plenty into a...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight falls on Devin Witherspoon. He's now up to 31 stops this season after his last game. It's the Seahawks and the Dolphins. All that and more coming up next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward calling this contest for you. And right now, we're putting the secondaries on notice because we have a couple of wide receiver rooms, not just dudes, rooms that can test every level of a defense.
Yeah, it's more than just the headliner, right? We know the top options, but for these offenses, it's the depth at the wide receiver room that's such a big deal. If you overcommit to the biggest playmaker, a couple other players, well, they could hit you down the field just as easily. And with how both offenses love to mix up their routes and looks in the passing game, you better buckle up in the secondary.
Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And we're on our way at Hard Rock. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job. You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Buying some time left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, third down. Now Tagovailoa caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Taken in by Noah Fant. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. 2nd and 3 now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins. Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Skiba puts it through. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Tagovailoa on first down. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Tagovailoa off the play fake. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
2 now from the gun. He's on the move. He's running for it. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. You evade them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on fourth down. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got Metcalf. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for second down. Staying with Walker. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming. Running with Walker again. And this one doesn't go far. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing from the gun. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
third and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Seahawks football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He finds Fant. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 41. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. The play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Dolphins football. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offenses look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Headed out right. And they get to him again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. The back's got it. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. Garindo will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Just not quite enough to break the plane, and now it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Now try to run it in, Charbonnet. And he gets in, touchdown! The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown! Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score, don't let it go to 4th and goal, and he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Ready, John?
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Tua again. On the move. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Seahawks pick it up.
Hey, a normal old stop on 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from him literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing now, following the turnover. That one's cut along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Running back, motioning right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. Broke through the tip, and he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Seahawks capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, gotta play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's Tua. Able to find Achane. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. It'll be Jake Camarda doing the honors. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On the give, it's Garindo. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Finds Smith and Jigba. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Throwing now off play action. Charbonnet with the catch.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke.
Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Now, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Here he is on 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. They motion Waddle over left. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Hauled in by Waddle. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely
Personal
against
foul,
the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Here's a give for Wright. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brought down by Reek Woolen. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready.
They motion the tight end over. From the 42. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. New set of downs for him at the 38. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. On the Seahawks 25-yard line.
2 now from the gun. Forced out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins are on the move here. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Achan goes up and over for the touchdown. The Dolphins chop some of the lead off before the half. Devon Achan with the touchdown. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Another carry for Charbonnet. And he had a weak spot in that defense for a gain up to the 26. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Collects this at the 32. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. That one way too far up there. They can't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
3rd down run from Achane. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. On again comes Jake Camarda to punt this away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That brings us to the break, and it's the Seahawks taking a lead into that visiting locker room. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Dak Prescott, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. He'll throw it. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That one gains 7. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Smith and Jigba going in motion right. Throwing off the play fake. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Dolphins got it!
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tagovailoa back to throw. Stays in. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. A gain of 9 on that run, so now they're left with 3rd and 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 8.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Running right. Here's Wright. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. Escapes the pocket. Excellent. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points, not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Charbonnet now up the middle. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects with Fant. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And he recovers his own mistake. He can keep going here.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. A give left side to Charbonnet. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. He finds him 7 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Back to throw now. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Miami offense headed out there now. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A-chain again. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Miami.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Tagovailoa. The throw to the right finds Waddle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Here's A-chain up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Rolling out to his left. He can run it. And they bring him down around the 34. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A-chain on the inside give. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
A-chain gets this on the draw, and he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain on the run, and we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Tua off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Tagovailoa now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
A first and goal pass, yeah, it can be an active surprise at times, but let's give some credit to this defense and the coverage in particular. They stayed focused and locked in on those routes, giving that rush plenty of time to get home, and now make second.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now trail by just a point in the fourth. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 1st down, this is Charbonnet. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Charbonnet. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Dumps it off to his running back. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That's good for 7 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to the air here. Cut by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked?
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They'll throw it again. It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be second down. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. He's got it at the 5. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Going the wrong way. It's second and goal now, back at the 12. Another try following the sack. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Offense.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. To the right and pulled in by Judy. And he's brought down at the line. So now, here's third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Charbonnet gets to space right side. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a fourth-quarter lead. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. This was a clear passing down, Brock, and the run surprised all of us, and there it goes for a touchdown.
That's well said. Rewarded for going against the grain. Common sense analytics tell you throw it. But the surprise paid dividends.
Point after added on by Shudak. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Dolphins and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. They're out and set, first and 10. Now a run with Wright. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Finds his man, Waddle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. 2 and out from the gun. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he's going to step out with no gain.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Get set. Ready.
He's back to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. Risky throw, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
The Seahawks offense running out now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Seahawks leading by 7. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. On second down, a run with Charbonnet. And he's brought down for a loss. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Trying an inside give to Garindo. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Setting up to pass. This one's taken in by Hill. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut it to a